What makes these pictures interesting? Good subject matter? Yes, but there's more to it than that. They are interesting because of their composition. What is composition? Well, it's a result. A result of the arrangement of the elements in a picture. Any picture, whether a drawing, a painting, or a photograph, is made up of four elements: lines, masses, tone or contrast, and framing or picture shape. These elements can't be arranged in any fixed manner. They should balance. The simplest balance is symmetry. All the elements in the picture are equal. Notice how the lines, masses, and tone are all geometrically equal. Symmetry in a picture can be dignified, formal, and striking. And it can also be lifeless and dull. Most pictures don't lend themselves to symmetry. Their subjects are irregular. A different way must be found to make the picture balance. In general, arrange the picture so that one part of the photograph doesn't seem crowded while another part seems empty. This picture looks balanced, but if the stacks were in the center of the picture, it would look like this. The smoke seems to make the left side crowded. This must be allowed for. In this arrangement, the smoke and the stack seem to balance each other. This divides the area into four shapes with an interesting variety of spaces. It's the arrangement of these unequal spaces that creates balance. This girl's arm is small compared to the size of her skirt, yet the picture seems to balance. Why? Notice that there is greater contrast between the arm and its background than the skirt. High contrast has an effect of increasing the apparent weight of an object. Here too, the light pattern in the background helps balance the skirt. Much of balance in a picture is psychological. This picture seems unbalanced because the man is crowded against the edge of the photograph. Moving the man to the physical center of the picture restores symmetry, but there still isn't balance. When we give him some more room to look into, the picture then seems balanced. Study good photographs. Discover new ways of balancing unequal objects. In arranging these objects in the picture, you may have trouble at first arranging composition, but there is a simple guide to help you. The rule of thirds. The Greeks, thousands of years ago, discovered that the most pleasing arrangement of space to the eye was in a 2-to-1 ratio. This can be done horizontally, or vertically, or both. Here again, you are dividing the picture into areas of different sizes for interest and composition. Dividing the picture into this ratio can help the subject tell the story. If this picture was divided equally between the sky and ground, the effect would be unpleasing as well as uninteresting. Placing the little girl off the center of the picture emphasizes her uncertain balance. The girl is balanced by the pictures on exhibition. An object doesn't have to be located exactly where the rule of thirds calls for it. The girl is further to the right than the ratio, but the composition is balanced anyway. In each picture, you must look for the best way to arrange the subject. Moving the camera around to try different proportions in the viewfinder will help you see new possibilities. Framing is another way composition can add interest to a picture. Some pictures look best in a vertical frame. Others look better in a horizontal frame. and you will find some that can be equally good either way. Objects within the physical limits of the picture can be used for framing and to increase the feeling of depth. The framing can be in front of the subject as well as behind. The framing can be related to the subject and help tell the story of the picture, as the umbrella not only frames the picture but explains the weather. The statues of the children in the foreground lead your eye towards the Madonna by separating her from all distracting objects. The center of interest is the most interesting thing in the picture, as the kitten is here. Good composition helps draw your eye to this center of interest. Let's look at some pictures we've seen and see how this can be done. The two sticks on each side of the picture point to the girl's face. The girl is also framed by the wire. The boy, looking at the girls, tends to make the viewer look at them also. The man in the window has greater contrast than the rest of the picture. The men in the foreground hold interest because of the simple repeated lines in the background, which aren't too eye-catching. The lines also lead back to the men and give depth to the photograph. Now that you have some idea of what composition is about, let's go out and apply these principles to actual picture taking. Subjects are everywhere. It's only a matter of recognizing a good one. Suppose we want a landscape. How about this general area? The little stream would make a good subject. Study it and see how the principles of composition apply. As you compose the picture, check it in the viewfinder. Move the camera to try different compositions. This balances well. Now the tree is dominating the picture, eliminating the stream. Here we have too much foreground and the stream is too close to the center of the picture. This is better, but the two trees are too close to the same size, making the picture too symmetrical and a bit dull. Let's try moving around a bit more and see if we can improve the picture by getting less of the tree on the left. Getting a closer look at the stream would strengthen it as the center of interest. That's good. Now let's check the final print. See how the stream follows the rule of thirds. The foreground foliage frames the scene together with the trees in the middle and background. And finally, the picture contains a number of different shaped areas: the sky, foreground, trees in background, and so forth. Composition is everywhere if you'll look for it. One famous photographer said, "There are enough subjects within a half-mile to last a lifetime. Look for them. Follow the principles you've learned. They can be broken, but only by those who have mastered them first." Follow the principles of balance, framing, and the rule of thirds, and your pictures will tell their story in a pleasing and effective way.